remember this cat. He was back in the old high school days, man. In the old junior high school days, man. Our boy
Bobby
was a very interesting cat, man. He was I don't know how to even describe it, man.
Mildly psychotic.
Mildly psychotic.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's
mildly psychotic, heavily delusional.
Yeah. He was heavily delusional. Boy, we first met
Bobby
in junior high school, man.
Yep.
We had all ended up in the same classroom, right?
Bobby
Was in junior high school and already had like a streak of white hair.
He did?
Yeah, he had like a small streak of white hair, which eventually grew. I was just like...
He had gray hair, yeah.
Like, you Benjamin Button? What the fuck, man? So he was like... He fucking... This guy, wow, dude, I have a tough time describing him. He was very delusional, very weird, but not in a bad way. He wasn't a bad guy.
He was a cool kid, but he
was out there.
But he just went off on these little tangents where, like...
He made no sense.
His imagination was very good. And
almost too good.
To him, his imagination was real life.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Yes. I remember when we left, we were all three of us were in junior high school, right? And I remember principal came and told us, listen, we're breaking... Yeah, fucking asshole. we're breaking up your class. All right,
yep, because we didn't have enough people.
They said, all right, we're breaking up your class. We're going to give you a list of classes to go to where you guys could fit in. You pick whatever class you want to go to.
Yep.
So all three of us spent an entire period walking around looking at these classes through the window in the doors,
yep.
Right? And I'm looking, and I see one of the classes, all of the thugs and all the troublemakers in that class, guys who probably like robbed and killed people after school, were in one class.
Oh.
Bobby
I looked at that and said, yo, I think that's the class we should go to. Now, we're looking at the class.
Was Michelle Pfeiffer in there trying to teach him?
It was Edward James Olmos. He was trying to stand and deliver, but they were hitting him in the back of the head.
Yeah, right.
So we go in there, and he looks, and he sees all the troublemakers, and he's like, yo, we should go into that class. See, his decision-making was always off.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, I said, are you fucking... We will be fighting guys every fucking day.
You know what? He walked on his tippy toes.
Yes, he walked on his tippy toes. With those steel-toed, shoes that he had.
Yeah.
Those goddamn Rico Suave shoes.
Steel-toe shoes forever.
Oh, my God, man. So eventually we found a class and we went into it that we picked because we were like, yo, we know people in there. It's a fun class. And we ended up making it fun for the rest of the year.
Yep.
But
Bobby
it was just, God, that brother, he was just out there, man.
That was when we all met each other.
Then we stayed together through that whole year. And I remember, during class, during lunch, we would rank on each other, man. We'd talk shit about each other.
Yep.
And I remember our Italian Arab friend Abdullah or Ahmed, whatever we call him, Ahmed. He turned to him and he started ragging him. And Ahmed was pretty good with the jokes. So he tried to make a joke and it fell so flat that it was just like, dude, it's not funny.
Well, it happened many times.
Yeah, many times. And he would look to us for approval, and we would just look at him like, dude, it wasn't funny. Yo, remember that one time he got mad at us? And I'm like, yo, what's the matter? He was like, yo, you laugh at his jokes and you don't laugh at mine. I was like...
You guys don't support me.
Yeah, that's what he said. You guys don't support me. I looked at him, I'm like, yo.
What are you, fag? What are you, a fag?
I'm like, dude, what the fuck you want, man? What, you want me to read your bedtime story, man?
Exactly.
Like, goddamn, dude. Are you 6 years old? What's the matter with you?
And then we moved to high school.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Yep. Got it. His delusional state got worse.
It got worse.
It got worse to the point that he left.
And then he met some chick. And some fat chick that he loved.
Oh, do you remember the skinny chick that he liked that looked like a pile of shit in junior high school?
No.
Yo, listen.
Bobby.
This poor guy, man, he had this thing about ugly women.
Mm-hmm.
He would always go after the ugly chick. It was like, dude, yo, set your standards a little higher, man. Yo. You don't have to shoot for the top, but at least aim.
You don't got to shoot for the stars, but at least hit the moon.
Dude, hit something. Dude, don't hit the fucking ground, man.
Exactly.
Yo, I remember there was one point where he was messing around with a couple of girls, I think, in high school, who boy, I mean, God bless him.
That he thought was stunners.
Oh yeah, he swore up and down, oh, she's beautiful. And I looked out, I giggled. I'm like, all right, motherfucker. All right. I remember there was one point where you actually turned to me and you said, I'm gonna have to have a sit down with that boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm gonna have to have a long talk with him.
We're gonna have to have a talk with him.
It was so bad.
Yep.
So bad.
I mean, and like I didn't have a girlfriend, but I knew I didn't want that.
I would have rather been alone.
I would rather have been alone.
Oh, listen, I would have rather jerked off with a cheese grater than fuck with the women that he was messing with. That was horrible, man.
And his delusions didn't stop there. Like we would go to the gas. We would sneak out
to the gas station
of lunch to the gas station
to buy bubble gum and shit that we couldn't buy.
Yeah. Like to buy high school shit.
Yep.
And he would go and we have to sneak out. We would have to sneak out under windows and shit like that. And he made the most noise, epic, stupidest comment.
He made a lot of noise. We're running out of there in sneakers. He's got his goddamn steel-toed cowboy fucking shoes. That when he walked,
Vanilla Ice shoes.
Oh, when he walked, you heard clickety clack, clickety clack. It's like, dude, we're trying to be quiet. Take off your fucking shoes. Walk in your socks.
You remember? Set your faces a stun.
That was part of the comment. That was part of the comment. Well, we were going to the store. We went to buy like soda and bubble gum or whatever.
Dumb shit.
And we were like, yo, we got to be careful when we go back into the building that we don't get caught.
So we all gather under a window. And he goes, fellas.
Oh, man.
Set your faces to stun. Like, what the fuck?
What? No. What? But prior to that, he said, hey, he goes, this is like a science fiction movie. And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, we're trying to sneak into the headquarters, the enemy headquarters.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he goes, hey, Orlando. I'm like, what? And he goes, what sector are we in?
Yeah, exactly, yes.
I was like, he's gone full-blown retarded.
He's crazy.
He's gone full-blown retarded. We've lost him. That's what I thought. It was like looking into the eyes of a crazy man.
Yo, and he was crazy. Yo,
and then after that, he was like, yo, set your faces on stun. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're making noise, man. You're going to get us caught, man. fucking, for God's sakes, Sulu, shut the fuck up.
Oh, my.
I would have rather snuck out with Sulu.
You got big muscles.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, man. Fuck, what the hell is he doing now? No.
I saw him like a couple of years ago.
Really?
Walking past the pizza shop downtown.
Really? He's still in the area?
Maybe about 5 years ago he was, but I don't know if he is now.
Dude, I remember the last time I saw him, he was walking into, it was the old West Coast, this is years, old West Coast video, and he was going into the porn section with this giant woman. And we started laughing at him. We're like, Bobby, what are you doing going in there? And he just kind of like, he said something and just kind of like shrugged his shoulders and walked in there with this giant woman who I'm assuming was his girl or wife. So it's clear that his taste in women didn't really change.
Yeah, they just elevated to even worse. Oh. He didn't graduate with us, did he?
No, he was in there for a year and he split. Like not even a year. He was like there half a year, and then he like just didn't show up one day, never came back.
I would like to think that it was because of us he left.
Oh yeah, we turned a lot of friends into enemies by the time that year was over, man.
Bobby,
Barnhill, Tonto.
Oh, dude, Tonto. Yo, one of these days, man. We got to get into Tonto the way he used to read, and
we got to get into Tonto.
We got to get into Tonto and Barnhill. Hey.
How are you? Oh. That's still funny, though.
It's still funny.
Fucked up.